The boulevard has been a problem for drivers and a peril for pedestrians for years.
Now advocates are dusting off a centuries-old proposal, building a subway line under the boulevard. Check out the route proponents are pushing: an extension of the Broad Street subway from Erie Station up along the boulevard all the way to Neshaminy. But a lot has to happen before shovels actually hit the ground.
CBS News Philadelphia reporter Dan Snyder joins us with the early steps taken today. Dan.
Good afternoon. The plans for the Roosevelt Boulevard subway go all the way back to 1913, and it's resurfaced from time to time over the last century. But today, city council members took another hard look at this ambitious proposal that is by no means at all a lock to happen.
For many, especially our city's most vulnerable, going to and from the Northeast is just as hard as it is going to the moon.
Backers of the project say people in the Northeast are limited to cars and buses and are disconnected from the rest of the city. You say you wanted to get to Center City. How long would that take you on a bus?
Well, from where I live, it takes me about an hour and a half.
They, unequivocally said that they wanted the subway done, that they had been waiting for decades, and they wanted to be connected to the rest of the region.
Jay Arzu, a Penn student who has spearheaded the revival of the plan, says a subway will also help get cars off the infamously dangerous boulevard, cut carbon emissions, and create jobs. But a project like this isn't without its challenges, particularly cost.
While updated cost estimates will not be available for several months, it is certain that the engineering and planning costs alone will be more than the city's annual capital budget for transportation.
SEPTA officials are conducting a study, but also note they're up against a $240 million revenue shortfall next July. And city officials brought up disruptions to the boulevard during construction and say this is no quick fix.
The environmental impact statement phase alone, taking a median time of over 4 years to complete, according to the Council on Environmental Quality and the Eno Foundation, and that's just the first stage.
But supporters believe this is the moment for this century-old plan to cross the finish line.
The time is now to bring our communities closer together.
Now, we did ask Arzu about those funding concerns. He says right now there's a lot of federal money out there to be had through the infrastructure law, the Inflation Reduction Act. Several state lawmakers also testified today, pledging that they would push for state support for the subway project in the Northeast. Councilmember Driscoll says he expects SEPTA's study to be wrapping up by December or January. Live at City Hall, Dan Snyder, CBS News Philadelphia.